Hello everyone and welcome back to CookieRunOvenbreak with Alzoy Galgon, and in this episode I'm going to show you this brand new map in the Breakout Mode called the DragonsBattlefield. And if you like this kind of content, then be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell so you won't miss out anything I put on this channel. Everything is free, you don't need to pay, and by subscribing you make this channel grow and flourish even more, which makes me happy so I can create more contents for you to watch. So then, DragonsBattlefield, the brand new map in the Breakout Mode in this game. And what I mean brand new, this map is already been in the game for the last week or so, and this is my very first attempt to do it. So in this particular video there is no strategy to do it. We're just going to explore the map until we reach the very end of it, and yeah, that's pretty much the strategy. And if there is a case where I couldn't reach the end of the map of the final stage, then I'll just use practice mode to explore it until the very end. Now, first cookie, I'm using Timekeeper cookie, and the treasure set I'm using is without any kind of legendary treasure because I've pretty much used everything in this particular run. Well, apart from the Hourglass Tempora, which is the newest legendary treasure. Up to this point, I still haven't maxed it out yet, simply because I just don't have enough diamonds to make it into the maximum level. I mean, in this update, Pitaya got a magic candy, and Ananas Dragon also got the magic candy, and also brand new pet as well. So yeah, this update is really painful, especially for new players. I was planning to make a brand new guide to new players out there, but because this update is so terrible, I decided to solve that idea once again. And I do hope that Devsisters managed to pull off a great update within the special events such as the 8th anniversary or a brand new season like this one. And it will be such a shame that I have to introduce this game in the middle of the season. Like, for example, if I have to introduce this idea in the middle of, let's just say, an update that people like, such as Sour Bell Cookie, the fashion cookies, and TBDs, and it's on the middle of the season, yeah, it will be a crying shame. So after I beat this entire breakout run and then I watched this particular recording, it turns out that I didn't use any kind of legendary treasures. So yeah, it turns out that I didn't use any kind of legendary treasure, which is kind of a surprising thing. Obviously, legendary treasures are very important. Anyway, maybe one day when I create a brand new video in this particular breakout map, I will definitely upgrade my cookies with legendary treasures, and hopefully by that I will be able to get into the hard difficulty, which is the very thing that I always wanted to do. Oh, it looks like we are going to almost run out of health, but I really do hope Timekeeper's kill can actually start right now. Yes, thank you. Oh my god, that is such a tight timing right there. If I didn't just keep jumping, I will just simply crash into that particular obstacle, those fits there. I've tried it, but thankfully I managed to do it like how it's intended to. Anyway, let's move on into the next cookie, which is going to be Butter Squid Cookie. Alrighty then, Butter Squid Cookie, the second cookie for this particular run. And oh, there's a lot of bear jellies in this area, and it looks like the idea is I have to use his ability to gather all of these bear jellies. And yeah, let's see if I can get, oh, those eggs there. It can be destructible and gain more of those bear jellies. I should spend more attention to these. Oh, I actually missed some of these eggs that I was supposed to gather. Yeah, so probably in the next run, well, at least in the next recorded run, I will try to keep an eye out on this bear jellies that is stored inside these eggs. Anyway, this is stage 2 called the Perilous Brachiosaurus Habitat, and probably that's why there is a lot of these Brachiosaurus destroying the ground to create jumping obstacles like that you see right now. And as you can see, I have already missed some of those eggs that I was supposed to collect, And that is because, as I said, this is the very first time that I run on this particular map. So I have no idea what is supposed to be at the very front of this particular part. So yeah, you just bear with me with this one. And you must have probably noticed that a dragon follows me around since the very start of the run. And apparently, according to Devsisters, you can actually use the intersection feature just like in Sense of Yogurka in order to transform this particular dragon into two types of dragon. The first one is the fire-breathing dragon, and the second one is the kind of one just like ananas dragon key. I'm trying to find what's the exact word of that, and oh yes, the earth dragon, that's what it's called. So yeah, at some point we are going to see this feature in action, but I don't know where that will be, so let's just take a look where that actually really matters. Also, is it just me, or am I seeing Quaxel Portal in the background, the biggest bug ever to have existed in the entire world? Yes, it is! Look at that! Look at in the background! I have never seen such a thing before. Oh my! This stage is getting more and more exciting, and it looks like Butter Squid Cookie's help is not going to last for very long, so I'm just going to use the ability as much as possible. And oh, there you go. 687 million points. I have no idea how good that was. Anyway, it's time to move on into the third cookie. So yeah, the third cookie that I'm going to use is one of the newest TBD cookies in the entire franchise, and that is Schneeball cookie. And yeah, I really do like her, and simply because I love her design. The basic design itself is already good, but the super epic costume makes it even better. And speaking of TBDs, we got Marble Bread Cookie in the update a few months back, even though there are a lot of people who really do wanted Maple Toffee to be playable, but sadly we do not get that in that particular update. Maybe we'll get it next year, and I really do hope that, because TBD cookies design are so pretty. It's just a crying shame if even just one of them will be completely not playable. Because Devsisters in their time balance department onboarding guide introduced us to 22 totally different cookies, and now we have like 9 or 10 of them being playable, so we are half the way to all the TBD cookies being playable. And I really do hope that in the next update either Maple Taffy is being playable, or Dark Fondue Cookie is being playable, or probably they will introduce us into a brand new cookie that we never really see before, such as Twist Roll Cookie perhaps. But yeah, it will be a crying shame that if Dark Fondue Cookie never got to be playable, or Maple Taffy, because those two, let's say they have a lot of fans to be sure. And I would like seeing them being playable finally at us after 2 years of not being playable, just like Lilac Cookie and Aloe Cookie. And that, ladies and gentlemen, it should have been the end of the narration part, at least for now. But then I take a look at the background and realize that the entire plan is basically Venus Flytrap and probably Rafflesia, I guess. Although I didn't see the kind of the obstacles that I would like to see, like Venus Flytrap. I think it's just basically a bunch of... I would like to see it change, but then again, it will be really hard to change the design considering the fact that breakout maps are usually last for one entire year. So I have to get used to it, I guess. Anyway, it's done. Schneeball cookies HP ran out, so let's move on into the fourth cookie that I use in this particular run. Alrighty then, fourth cookie that I use in this particular run, and that is Pondeno cookie. And because I played this particular breakout map in the previous patch, there were no Pondeno cookies costumes. So if you're asking me why I didn't equip Pondeno cookie with the costume, that's the reason why. And when I played this for the very first time, I take a look at this particular part of this map and think to myself, wow, there are a lot of coins. This could be really useful if there are people who are running out short on coins, I think they just put cheesecake cookie or mint choco, and that will be a really good situation to put those two cookies into this particular part of the map. Anyway, I'll come back to you when I discover something really interesting that is worth to talk about in this particular run. So until then, enjoy the run! Ooh, skill block, what is this? Oh, this is the moment where you have to choose which dragon form that you would like to see, what the dragon evolve would look like. Okay, so it wasn't until I recorded this video and then I realized that the previous stage artwork all in the background has the Venus flytrap. Right, now time to move on into the next cookie in line. Right, the fifth cookie in line, raspberry mousse cookie. I never actually show you this particular cookie on this channel ever before. Like I never make the video about this cookie trials. So yeah, this is the very first time you ever see raspberry mousse cookie on this channel. And raspberry mousse cookie was an old cookie that was released a couple of years ago. But recently in the space update, when the astronaut cookie and Silicon Nova cookie, this cookie got buffed. After I don't know how long I played this game, I never see this cookie's potential ever before. And the reason why I choose this particular cookie in this particular part of the map, it is because this cookie's ability attracts these rainbow berry jellies that you can collect, and this is the ability that makes him allowed to do so. So once we strike these enemies, the effect equivalent to equipping yourself with magic compass is basically applied, and this makes this cookie very good in order to get all of these rainbow berry jellies. And yep, then there's a lot of them in this particular part of the map, and most likely that because this particular part of the map it is so huge. I mean, this is stage 4, the Rainbow Longan Canyon, and this has a lot of them. And as you can see, I've collected, like, I don't know, at this point I don't count, probably close to 50 or even 100 at this point. And yeah, so when I played this map for the very first time, I was confused because I didn't realize that the canyons actually has a rainbow effect. I didn't realize that until I record this video. So yeah, that's anything interesting about this particular part of the map, and I will come back to you when I discovered something really interesting. And also, can we mention that the fact that the monsters, the dinosaurs in this particular part of the map is like Triceratops in design. And last but not least, I transformed the dragon cookie that follows me since the very start of the run into fire dragon cookie. And top tip for me, despite the game tells you to believe that this option is the most popular one according to the fan base, I would advise against that decision and choose the yellow dragon instead. And the reason why is because the fire dragon cookie that I use in this particular run can only destroy obstacles, while as the yellow dragon not only can destroy obstacles but also generate more jellies in order to get more points. Right, the next cookie in line, marble bread cookie. I've actually purchased the costume the instant I saw this particular costume because the design is so cool. Right, the ability of marble bread cookie is he has this vacuum cleaner which causes all of these bear jellies to be collected, well, except the rainbow bear jellies, as you can see right here. Right, my objective right now is to basically hold on into the turbo boost, which even though the basic speed increase that I get, it makes marble bread cookie runs faster and therefore more prone into hitting obstacles. I should keep it this way and collect all of these rainbow berry jellies that I spotted on the field, as many as I can. And also pay attention to the sandworms that running around right here, and that nearly got me there. Yeah, I think this is the very first time that I ever see this particular creature in the CookieRun universe. I don't think that I ever seen such a thing even before that, and yeah, so pay attention to that and grab all of these rainbow berry jellies while also keeping up the turbo booster treasure that I have in order to maximize the effect possible of giving me 500,000 points for every 6 seconds. So you might have realized the treasure set that I'm bringing in this run also included the wing jelly of resurrection, that is the treasure on the right side. It is a rare treasure, and the effect of that is I have to collect as many jellies as possible, and the maximum amount of jellies that I can collect in this particular run is 8,222 if I'm not mistaken. I'm not quite sure about the exact number that is required to have this treasure run effect in the fullest potential, because it wouldn't be possible if I collected around 8,000 jellies. But the reason why I'm equipping this is because it is going to be really handy really soon. And as you can see, the health is almost running out, and there you go. And that is the reason why. Here we go. Yeah, we need just a little bit of boost in order to get marble bread cookie to do the final skill. That is the only reason why. Right then, time to move on into the next cookie. Next up, lemon cookie. Why I choose this cookie? Well, very simple answer. You will see it in just a second. See those obstacles over there? Yeah, they're all gone. And thanks to the treasure set that I brought in this particular run, and it gets a lot better. Thanks to the points that I have by destroying the obstacles, and lemon cookie is very good at destroying obstacles, and also a very distance-based runner. So maybe this cookie alone should get me to the end of this particular stage. And what really stunned me when I played this particular stage for the very first time, it is, I don't know who is in charge of the sound editor, but the music fell silent to me. I could barely hear the music. I mean, I played this game with 50% of the actual voice. in mind because I do not want to make this game way too loud. But you know, 50%, you might think that that should be able to make me hearing the music quite well, but no, that's not to be the case. But yeah, despite that, I actually like the music, and I really do hope that Devsisters fix this issue. And yeah, as you can see, there are lots and lots of obstacles, and can I say this kid right here, this kid turning into an obstacle here is basically one of the most annoying thing in this entire stage, because the kid literally just throw that particular obstacles into me for no apparent reason. Well, there is a reason why those kids throw that obstacles into me, is because they want to offer those foods into their gods, which is basically in the form of a dragon. That's basically the lore as of this particular stage. But yeah, apart from that, nothing really to write about in this particular stage. There is nothing really new that I see in terms of the kind of obstacles that Devsisters throws at me in this particular stage. So yeah, I'll cut off the narration part for now and see you in the next cookie. Sadly, the power of lemon cookie is not enough to bring me to the end of the stage. So here it is with the 8th cookie of the run. This is Coffee Candy Cookie, which recently got a buff thanks to the recent TBD updates a couple of months ago. And remember this meat jellies that I collect for the dragons that I have? That will be really useful right now if there are plenty of them, so I can destroy these obstacles and then, you know, gain more points. So yeah, the run with Coffee Candy Cookie. Well, it starts simple because all you need to do is dodge the obstacles in this particular stage, which is not that hard. The problem is though, because this stage is about to end and we are about to reach the final stage, but well, at least in this particular version of the DragonsBattlefield, this final stage is really tough. I would say, in my own opinion, at least in this particular version of the DragonsBattlefield Breakout Map, that the final stage that we are about to enter right here, I would say this is as hard as the CookieRun final map. So yeah, stage 6, the final stage, Lava Ruin Battlefield. And oh my god, this stage, it turns everything into hell, literally, at least in my experience. Countless diamonds have fallen because I just kept consuming them because of the simple fact that I just keep crashing into obstacles. I mean, this stage alone is already hard enough. And then in the latest version of this particular breakout map, Devsisters decided that it was a good idea to add 2 more stages, which is even harder than this particular stage. I've played it once, I have to admit. I only played it once, at least by the time I record this. But oh my god, that was a living hell. I will say that stage, those 2 final stages are as hard or even harder than the creepy kitchen. But now it's time to move on into the next cookie that I'm going to use in this particular run. Right, the 9th cookie, Sugar Glass Cookie. Why? Well, you can't go wrong with her, especially in breakout maps, because she's always been a meta, the go-to options in breakout map, and any breakout map even. If there is an opportunity to use Sugar Glass Cookie, you use Sugar Glass Cookie, as simple as that. And also the fact that she has a shield that automatically she has, well, she can use it, well, at least once, but that one is probably enough to survive me for the rest of the run. Okay, and also one final thing before I end the narration part. See that monster fish that is swimming in the lava? I wonder how that works. Like, lava is incredibly hard, and I wonder, is there any kind of fish species that manage to swim and survive in lava conditions? But then again, this is CookieRun, you shouldn't take this seriously. So you might have noticed that the dragon that accompanied me from the very start of this particular run is now entering the final form in this particular stage, the last stage, I meant. And yeah, it's really good, really well designed, and I will say this design is much better compared to the yellow dragon that the other options which I don't pick up in this particular run. And it is at this point I take a look at the map and realize that I'm only a third of the way. And I thought to myself when I did this run, oh my god, I'm gonna have to use the practice mode in order to get to the end of this particular stage. And look at Sugar Glass Cookie's health, it is almost run out, and I didn't even manage to get into the middle point of this particular stage. Well, at least I have an extra life, so hopefully I could bring myself into the middle part of this particular stage and start. Oh, that's bad, that is really bad, that's the last thing that I want in Sugar Glass Cookie. The shield is broken because I crashed into an obstacle. But yeah, where was I? Oh yes, this health should be enough to bring me into the middle part of this particular stage. I really do hope that way. So yeah, let's see if that is possible, or I have to start the last cookie while I'm still trying to get into the middle part of the map. Well, it looks like it only brings me close into the middle part of the map. It looks like I'm going to use the practice mode in order to get into the end of the map. And I don't think even with Malacookie's pet power, which one of those abilities is she can sprint by using her pet, I don't think even that brings me to the end of this particular map. It looks like I need to use the practice mode in order to get to the end of the map. And yeah, but now let's just see how much distance Mala Sauce Cookie can gather in this particular run. But yeah, that's pretty much it, at least the narration part of this video. So it looks like Mala Sauce Cookie can only run as far as 2/3 of the map. looks like the need of using practice mode is an inevitability now. But yeah, let's just use the practice mode and let's be done with this particular breakout map. Yeah, practice mode, just to be able to get into the end of this particular map. I'm using Sugar Glass Cookie once again, just because she is one of the best in terms of distance covered in any breakout map. And let's see if she is possible to get into the end of this particular map. And before I end the narration part of this video, at least for now, can I mention that the scream of this particular T-Rex doing in this particular part of the map really scares some people? Yeah, it can be quite terrifying if you made it like you play this game with full-on max audio. Now comes the end of the narration part of this video, at least for now, and let's see if this attempt is good enough to be able to get into the end of this particular map. Oh my god, this map is incredibly long. You know what, maybe I should have used Pitaya Dragon Cookie instead, or Ananas Dragon Cookies instead. Maybe that should be the case instead of me using Sugar Glass. So now I have to use the location mark feature in Breakout Mode, and I have to run with Sugar Glass Cookie once again. And it is so close to, I'm almost completing it. I'm predicting I was like 90% towards the end of the stage itself. Okay, finally, with this I am done with all of the corners of the map from this particular breakout map is finally all explored, and we are coming back into the cave, even though there are no entrances into the cave. But I don't think that Devsisters managed to think through that maybe someone can actually use the practice mode to get into the end of the breakout map, well, this particular breakout map. And also, can I mention these small fishes that you might see, like that one that I just destroyed? That cost me so many of my diamonds because I just kept crashing at them when I used coffee candy cookie. And with that out of the way, I have nothing left to say apart from thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you are entertained and learning something in this particular breakout map. And yeah, let's just see how far I can get before I inevitably crash into an obstacle. So yeah, if I crash into an obstacle, the run ends basically, because I've explored pretty much every single part of this map. And last but not least, if you are wondering what happens to the stages if I choose the yellow dragon cookie instead of the red one like I did in this particular video, well, nothing really happens apart from the fact that your dragon will look completely different. That's pretty much it. And in the next episode, we are exploring yet another breakout map. But this one, it took me years to complete simply because Devsisters didn't put this map for ages, and I really do want to cover this map, even though the map is no longer on the roster, at least at the moment. And after that episode, we will have a guest, and I really do hope that the guest allows me to upload this particular video because it features him, a very famous person in the CookieRunOvenbreak community.